The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is all set to make a big move. Saudi Aramco, the biggest oil company in the world, the most profitable company in the world, is all set to go public. And this could be the world's largest initial public offering, or IPO. The Kingdom plans to offer only a small part of its crown jewel. An initial public offering is the first time that the shares of a company are offered to the public. Aramco's value is estimated to be more than $1 trillion. It will be listed on the Riyadh Stock Exchange. The timeline to launch the IPO was delayed by a year. Saudi Aramco has vast oil reserves. It is a monopoly. Only Aramco can dig, extract and sell oil from the rich reserves of Saudi Arabia. And the Kingdom supplies 12% of the global oil supply. So you can imagine how big this is. Last week, the chairman of Aramco announced the plans to make it public.
Saudi Aramco's IPO is an important step towards the realization of the Kingdom's Vision 2030. This will contribute to the completion of the National Dialogue initiatives, and of course the inclusion of Aramco in Tadawul is evidence of the international status and standing of our financial markets.
Why now? In the first 9 months of this year, Aramco has posted a profit of $68 billion. Sounds big? This is a drop of 18% compared to last year. People are moving away from oil, and Saudi Arabia wants to make the most of it while it lasts. A public offering will raise money. So here are the specifics of this IPO. The Kingdom plans to disinvest anywhere between 1 to 5% of Aramco. It sounds less, but not for Saudi Arabia, because even if the Aramco sells 1 to 2% of its shares, it can raise anywhere between $20 to $40 billion. And this will be enough to break all global records, which is why this is being called the world's biggest IPO. At the moment, Alibaba holds that record. When the Chinese e-commerce giant listed itself on the New York Stock Exchange in 2014, Alibaba had raised $25 billion. Next on the list is SoftBank. This multinational conglomerate raised more than $23 billion. In 2018, SoftBank had offered an IPO of its mobile unit. This was Japan's largest stock offering. But you know, everything sounds great on paper. Does the world really share the sentiment about Aramco? Global investors are worried about the security situation in West Asia. Oil prices have been fluctuating, especially after Aramco facilities were hit by a drone earlier this year. Many investors do not like this kind of volatility, but Aramco has bounced back. Last week, Wion's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal paid a visit to both the facilities that were hit in Saudi Arabia, and while there are still some signs of damage, much of the repair work has been completed and the supply was restored long back.
This was the situation when the attack took place. Damaged facility of this area of the Upcake facility, which is the largest facility when it comes to processing of crude in the world. So behind me is the newly constructed, they have refurbished it, and now it is working well, but the extent of damage can be seen because of the attack which took place, which impacted 5% of the global crude output. And we also know that after that, there were negative sentiments when it comes to market. The market also witnessed the fall in the stock prices.